Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. This is Ghost Warrior 38, and today I got you another comics video. This video is focused a lot on the world of 2000 AD, but there is also some DC books on the bottom. More specifically, I've picked up some more Jonah Hex books because I'm going to be making a 2000 AD sort of like a little mini primer episode that I'm going to be putting in its own playlist because there's a couple characters that I want to be talking about and give their own dedicated video. So with that being said, let's get started, shall we? And if you have a favorite 2000 AD character, please let me know in the comments section below on this video. Starting from the top, working our way down. I tried to put these as much of in order as I could. Can't make much promises on that, but let's get started, shall we? The first one here at the top is the IDW Classics Judge Dredd series. Sorry about that in the background. This is the free comic book day issue. This story, I made sure to flip through it before doing the video. This is the story that has the correction. This book is the first Judge Death story, or Judge Death's first appearance. So I flipped through that a little bit, so that way I would know which one it is. The classic series has been recolored for this run, and it ran for a total of 8 issues. The first couple issues contain the Block Mania, and then the latter couple issues are the Apocalypse War. There is also a Judge Dredd Classics series, which I showed in my previous video. That was the Dark Judges story as well. So this is that first issue there. The next one here is the issue 1 of Judge Dredd Classics. This story here is Block Mania, and I will show you here in a second. And here it is, the book out of the packaging. This is inside. This is here Block Mania. And again, this was recolorized for this series. I've never read this story, so this will be my first experience reading it, and I look forward to doing so. It was this story and Apocalypse War that was a defining change for the Judge Dredd character, from what I've read or seen online when people talk about the character. So those are a little quick flip through of issue 1. I do have the rest of this series on order, but it will be in a separate it'll be on a separate video. So that's this book. I will be giving some of these books their own dedicated video. Sorry. This one is the first story with Rogue Trooper. Now, I've shown the previous books in another video before this one. I'm just missing issue 5, and that's on its way with the rest of Judge Dredd Classics. This series also was 8 issues. I've been reading the War on the Dixie 1 front, and I've been really enjoying it. And so that's this one. This was Quality Comics. This was a run back in the 80s. This is just the issue 1 of Judge Dredd. I'll show you guys what this one looks like here in a sec. Anyway, here's a look at the interior. Cry of the Werewolf. Road Trooper, as well. Here's also an ad for Road Trooper. I've flipped through this one as well because I have this one as well in the pile. The Road Trooper book here is an earlier printing from this lot from Quality Comics as well. This was a printing of the original stories as well. These were the ones that were first done in color, and then the Classics line is a higher quality. I'll be comparing the issue 1 here with the IDW run in its own separate video, because Road Trooper is a story I've really enjoyed, and that's one of the big ones that I want to talk about. Lawmaster here. Was he also becoming a vampire? No, vampire, a werewolf. Sorry. A judge was bitten. I have that one too. I've shown off that one. Spellbinders. I was curious about Slain, so I'll be wanting to check that out. So there's that book. And here we have issue 2. I'm assuming here, since it has a ripping look there with the werewolf claw, this picks up from the Cry of the Werewolf story. And then here's issue 3. And then this is Road Trooper issue 1, what I talked about before. Basically, from what I did a quick flip through before the video, this is the same book. They reprint the same stories. It's just this one's higher quality printing, and this came out first back in the 80s. But again, this is a new one. What's interesting is I found is a alternate cover. The subscription cover for this one for Classics reprints the cover here to this one, and I thought, ooh, that's gonna be nice. So I've ordered that one too with issue 5 and 8. So I'll have the whole set. And the next ones after that is Road Troopers issues 2 and 3. Here's issue 2. Also an extra is the ABC Warriors. You'd remember Hammerstein because Hammerstein appeared in the Stallone Judge Dredd movie. This one's issue 3. And then that's the 2000 AD books. After this would be just the Jonah Hex ones. Here's issue 23 of the Palmiotti and Gray second series. I'm close to having a little more than like over half of the series now by this one. I have just like a handful of other issues to get, and then I think I'll have most of it, or sorry, a complete collection. And then this is some of the 70s books and some of the New 52 All-Star Western. I am after these ones here, I'll be 2 issues down, and then I'll have the rest of it, and that'll be issues 32 and 33. So here's issue 20. And then here's issue 22. I made sure to take stock of my books before ordering these to make sure these were ones I didn't already have. Issue 23, this is the one where Jonah Hex, thanks to the time travel shenanigans in issue 19, where Jonah Hex appears in modern-day Gotham City. Because as you remember in issue 28, he gets his face fixed by a Gotham City doctor. This is issue 24. He gets new firearms. I believe I looked in the description of mycomicshop.com. It's in one of these issues, I think the early 20s here, somewhere where he has encounters with the Bat family outside of Batwing. I think you might even see Batman at one point, but I forget which issue specifically. And then here's issue 26. It's the girl. This is also before he gets his face fixed. Here's issue 13. And then after that, issue 14. And then the last three of these are from the 70s run. This is issue 45, where he and Mei Ling get married. Later on the books, this is issue 52, with his son, Jason, because in issue 51, Mei Ling gives birth to their child. But she ends up leaving him later for something, from what I read. Apparently Mei Ling leaves him over something. And with that, we come to the end of our video. I hope you like this little look through. And rest assured, I'll be doing updates on my collections when more come in. But until then, dear viewers, I will see you all next time with another video. So take care. Have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, depending on what your time zone is and where you are in the world. And goodbye for now. Peace.